I have a huge long list of things that you want to see under the microscope, which is really exciting that so many of you are writing to me about it. We've been through quite a few already, but I'm still going. I filled up this page, 2 lines, and now I'm moving on to the next page, which is blank, ready for all your ideas, okay? So I've picked a whole bunch of things here. I'm having a little bit of problem finding a couple of the things you've suggested. I'm sorry to the girl who suggested fish scales and fly wings, because they are excellent ideas, but I'm having trouble finding fish scales, and I haven't been to the shops much lately to get one. And also, for some reason, all the dead flies that we normally have on our windowsills are not there at the moment. So I don't know what's happened. We did paint some of the windowsills. Maybe the flies just haven't come back yet. As soon as I find a dead fly, I will show you, okay? Now, some of you know about photosynthesis. I've talked about it with some of the older kids, and that's the process where plants trap energy from the sun and they can make their own food so they can grow. So they don't need to eat food like we do. But we need oxygen to grow. Plants, they need carbon dioxide, which is what we breathe out. So we kind of swap with plants. They release oxygen and we breathe that in, and then we release carbon dioxide and they breathe that in. It's kind of cool. But they don't breathe like we do. They don't have lungs and stuff like that. They have little cells on their leaves, and that's what I'm going to show you today. Now, the cells, they're called guard cells, and there's 2 cells for each hole, and they sit flat when it's very dry, or sometimes at night time they close and they sit flat. But in the day, they fill up with water, I guess, and other fluidy things, and they puff up like this, and they make an opening in the leaf. And that's where the gas can get in, and the plant uses that to help produce energy for itself. So today I'm going to show you those cells on the leaves of plants. I love it when you can see it under the microscope. I'm going to use my more high-powered microscope today, the light microscope, and you're going to be able to see those individual cells, which is really cool. Welcome back to Draw Science Like a Pro. As you know, neither of us can actually draw science like pros, so you're probably not going to learn anything about that here, but you have to guess while we draw. It's a bit like Pictionary.
It's exactly
like I forgot what word I was doing. Hang on. Okay, I got one. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I don't really know how to draw this. Okay. Oh, shivers, this is bad already.
Australia. Deformity.
Excuse me, deformity? This is like a really weird... oh shivers, this is bad.
Football field. Bug. Insect. Leaf with like a little mite on it.
close, but no.
Dead. Dead in like a pool of blood or something.
I know, this might help. Let's try and help you out here by drawing this. Oh. No, this is not working.
You're like picking up a dead thing off the ground. Oh, is it that dead possum that we found in our backyard yesterday?
It's not a dead possum. That would look very different to this. That possum was really gross. I just realised I accidentally left it in a garbage bag on the shelf.
Oh, ew.
Daddy's going to come home and he'll be like looking at it like, what is this?
A shovel. You're picking up.
Okay, you got that bit right.
You're picking up the dead thing.
Yes. Oh no, I don't think she's going to guess it. Kids, have you guessed it? Okay, I'm going to try one more.
Decompose.
Okay, all right. I don't know. I just don't know how to do this. Okay.
Grass.
Yep.
Fossil.
Fossil.
Oh, yes.
Fossil. Yeah.
It's
Give me
like a dead
5. It does not look like a dead possum. I'm sorry. I was just putting my hand back down. Okay, your go.
There you go.
Draw science like a pro.
Consult my list. Oh, yeah.
Abby's turn. Go for it, Abby.
Okay. You might not have any idea what this is, but anyway.
Make sure you step back a little bit because you're a lefty. That's it. So far, DNA.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You guys haven't learnt about DNA yet. I would love to teach you about DNA. Normally you don't learn about it till kind of year 10, 11. But I'm thinking, I think the grade 6s, we might do it in forensic science. That would be great. Now today's interesting object is not an object. It's the school chickens. We've got them at our house at the moment. Oh, you coming over and say hello? Hello. No, I don't have any food. Some of you know these chickens. Some of you named these chickens. Crazy names, I've realised, because I've only just met them and really understood their names. I've never had the chance to do garden with Lisa. Many of you have. If you're in grade 3 and up, you have. So you know the chickens. You've probably learned lots about them, but I am only just beginning to learn things about chickens because they're at my house now. Over the last 2 weeks, our family has been busily building the chickens a coop and a run for them to get out in the day and have a run around. So they now live in our back garden with our pet bees, and they are very, very happy. So we've made the place up to look a little bit like a farmyard, and we're getting them used to their new feeder. And this is them eating some cauliflower leaves. A special feeder. So this here, it's a bucket, not very special. And in the bottom, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, in the bottom is this piece of wood which is attached to an eye bolt inside the bucket, and it was on a show on TV actually. We just copied the idea. So the chickens come and they peck that thing, as you can see, and the food drops down, and then they go nuts on the ground eating it. That's how it works. So I have been learning a lot about chickens in the last week. I didn't really know much about them, I'll confess. We built the coop and we thought, yeah, let's have the chickens for a while. But we didn't really know what they were like, what their behaviours are like, and I am finding them fascinating. So chickens just spend half their day scratching around on the ground, like kicking stuff out of the way, and it's really funny to watch. I've got some videos. Now I want you to watch it, but I also want you to just think while you're watching it, why are the chickens scratching so much? They spend half their life just like kicking stuff out of the way. Sometimes they kick it at me, sometimes they kick it at the other chickens in their faces. What are they doing? you have some ideas about why the chickens scratch around so much in the ground. I actually had some ideas myself, but I also went and looked it up because I thought maybe there's more things than what I realized. So the first thing I thought of, you might have thought of it too, is that it's a way to find food, and that's probably the main reason they do it. So when they scratch, they're flipping over leaves, little bits of dirt, they're flipping over sticks, and then, I don't know if you noticed this, right, but they go kick, kick, and then they step back and they look at the spot that they just kicked. Did you see them doing that? Yeah, so they're not kicking stuff behind them and then keeping going forward. They're actually going back to that spot and looking. So kicking over the stuff, checking if there's any little insects, any things they could eat, maybe a worm or two, and then they gobble that down. So it's looking for food. That's the first one. Now the other reason they do scratching and kicking is when they're laying an egg. So they go into their little nesting boxes and they actually seem to just spin in circles for a while, kicking all the hay and stuff out of the way to make a little perfect bowl, and then they sit there and they lay their egg. I also heard it's kind of like a social interaction, is how they interact with each other. I don't know how kicking dirt in another chicken's face helps to make friends, but apparently that's one of the reasons. And the final thing is that scratching actually helps to keep their nails a little bit short, because otherwise they get long claws, I guess, and then that would be hard for them to perch and things like that at night. Hi girls. Now the other thing we have on our coop is this egg box, or the nesting box, where they go in and lay their eggs. And even though there's 3 compartments inside here, they pretty much, yeah, they all go in the same one. And sometimes I find 2 of them squashed in there together, both trying to lay an egg at the same time. Funny little things. So that's about all I have for you today. I'll take some more pictures of the chickens as the weeks go on and post them so you can see how they're going. Alright, see you girls. Bye kids. See you next time.